Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Blues Deluxe. It's my honor and pleasure to have Ernie Pinata with me from the Delta Wires. It's been a while, Ernie.
Yeah.
Couple years, I think.
Yeah, it's been a couple years. Yeah.
And the last album you did, we chat about that. That was back in 2023.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the band a little bit. Has anything changed with the band over the last couple years, or same guys?
Well, it's pretty much, we had to make a couple of changes because health issues with our guitar player. He had some major health issues, and so he's kind of. We went to Italy last year, and he couldn't make it. So we had to get. We have a new guitar player now, Jojo Styles, who's really a great player, great blues player, and he's kind of taken over. But Richard, his swan song was the last two tunes we did at the old record plant in Sausalito. They reopened it, and I mean, we did a live show there in 1973, which is incredible. And in the studio was Sly Stone dancing to our music. It was incredible. It was amazing, and um, so anyway, yeah, Richard's on the last two. We did "Searching for a Woman," which I've always wanted to do. I love that song. It's an Albert King tune. It's the absolute flat out Stax Volt feel, and I love the bass and drums. And we tried to capture that. And then I put a harp solo on the end. But Richard's great guitar playing is in it. And then David Bowman, our savant. Trombone player who writes the best charts ever. He's worked with a lot of major people, and so it was great. But that's the change really. And then Tom, my partner in the band for many years, who started out, a little after we actually started, he came in and he's been doing the business for the band and helping me with business. And he was on bass, and then Anthony Malfatti came in to play bass some for him because Tom didn't want to do all the gigs. Although Tom went to Italy with us, and he still does. We're playing Biscuits and Blues in a couple of weeks in San Francisco, that Premier Blues Club. And he's going to play there. We'll have the eight-piece band. That's when we have the eight-piece band. And then Anthony Malfatti's on the B3 organ. So it's a big sound
You
with the
got horns too. You're a horn band.
three horns. Yeah,
Wow.
always.
And
Um,
you're in the San Francisco Oakland area, correct?
yeah, right. I walk down the street in Alameda, and you look across the water, and there's San Francisco. I'm right across the bay.
And how long?
and
Go ahead.
and close to Oakland too, which is not great. Oakland, Oakland has gotten so bad. It was pretty funny. The mayor just did a state of the city address, and the next day the police chief said, "I'm done."
Well, I've been out there. The Bay Bridge is a long bridge getting
Yeah,
over there, over to Oakland, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then you got the Golden Gate in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, San Francisco to Marin. Yeah.
So, how long you been doing this, Ernie? How many years?
Well, over 50. I started. I did that. I did the project when I was in college of the regional migrations of the from the south to the north to Chicago, and like evolution of the blues program that I did at in college at the California College of Arts and Crafts, and then we went on from there. In '71, we started playing professionally, and that's when Tom joined the band, and my brother and I and Tom were probably the solid people. And Michael Tacker was an incredible drummer, and Jack Holmes was on tenor, and Robert Carey and Mike Quinlan. Those guys stayed with us forever. We had a really solid group, and we kept the three horns. Big band. I love Bobby Blue Bland. I mean, I
Yeah,
won't.
he was great, wasn't he?
Yeah, I saw him so many times.
So you opened for a whole bunch of people. I'm looking at your bio. It's like,
Oh yeah.
wow, like who's who of great artists: Van Morrison, John Lee Hooker. Tell me a John Lee Hooker story if you have one.
Well, we a lot of the two guys from my band actually went to move with John Lee Hooker. Lex Silva was played with me for a while, and then he went to play with John Lee Hooker. And then Jimmy Carr from Chicago played with us. He used to play with Bobby Blue Bland, and then he played with us for a while. And then Hooker, what am I going to do? He wanted to put him on the road with him, and so he went on the road with him. And we opened for Hooker a couple of times. John Lee Hooker. Actually. Met him only a couple of times, but we did open for him, and
And he lived out there, didn't he? He lived
he lived
out.
in Oakland. He lived right up the street here. He was on Fruitvale, and
Oh, we lost him. Hopefully, we get him back.
had a
There we
at
go.
John Lee Hooker's Coast to Coast Blues Band, and it was on Fruitvale Avenue. Man, it was right
Wow,
there,
right up the street, right?
right up the street, right around the corner from the Hills Angels. They're still there.
And we just lost John Mayall not too long ago. He lived
Yeah,
out there too.
he was great.
Laurel
He
Canyon, right?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if we were ever on a show with him. I can't remember because we list the people that, and we could have been, we could have been. I don't know. I mean, we played with so many, on so many shows where there's several acts, and you're one of them.
That's good. Tell me about the new song that you have out.
Well, it's a tribute to. I really wanted to do something different, and we went into that studio. We had a friend of a friend that invested in that studio, and he wanted us to come in and do a couple of tunes. And little did I just said, well, I really want to do "Searching for a Woman." I've always wanted to do that song. I love that song, the horns and everything. And we kind of embellished it, and then I put harp on the end. But I don't think you can beat that old Stax Volt sound of the '50s, man. That and everybody tries to copy it, and I don't know how many people can really sit on it and do it because I don't know, you just have to. And I've been playing so long, I remember all that stuff. I mean, when I first started out, I copied all the I mean, no, excuse me. I copied all the harp licks and all that stuff. And then after a while, I said, well, that was there. So I want to do my own, kind of like Butterfield did. Butterfield copied a lot of Little Walter stuff and his licks and stuff. And then he did his own thing. But "Searching for a Woman," we have great horns on it, and fine, and a great guitar, Richard Healy, um, and it's a great arrangement. It's a wonderful tune, and we're getting some really super reviews on it too. We just wanted to put this single out, and on behind that, we have another song called Devil Got My Woman." It's a old Skip James tune that we've been doing forever without the horns, and that's Richard Healy and I, call and response kind of thing on the harp and guitar. But then we mesh and we play together and we play kind of the same licks, and it's pretty exciting. We'll make sure you get that one, But we're going to be putting that out. We just got it mastered. Uh, see the other day, so we're gonna put that one out too. We put "Searching for a Woman" out, but both of them are a tribute to Chess Records. And come to find out, this is their 75th anniversary.
There
I
you
had no,
go. There you
I had
go.
no, I had no idea. I just thought it would be a good idea to, I mean, everybody copies the blues. Everybody, but those songs, that music that came out of that studio, and I've been there. Uh, it's that was the shit, man. I mean, come on, you know. That's where the
That's where it
real.
all started. A lot of it started right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. And look at the people that wanted to be. The Stones recorded there, and a lot of and of course, Buddy Guy was. He was what is he was one of the guys in the house band. I think he was. you know.
So
So incredible.
you mentioned you were in Italy. You played the festival there too, the Umbria Jazz
Yeah,
Festival.
it's the second time we played the Umbria Jazz Festival in Italy. We were invited back, and I guess a lot of we're the first blues band that ever played there. And I think the last time we played, it was no blues bands; it was us. But we have our own original music too, but it's all blues based, um, and then some of it's a little more sophisticated. And now next year, there's going to be an inaugural blues festival after the Umbria Jazz Festival we've been invited to in Montone, Italy, which is a little north of Umbria. And that's going to be their first year. They're going to have a blues festival there, and we're headlining.
Wow. How did that happen? Was it because the Umbria Festival?
Well, we did our first set in Umbria, right?
Yeah.
And this guy came up to me and he goes, I want you to play at my festival. I'm going to start a festival. You guys are going to headline. I said, okay. How many people have come up to me over the years? You know, oh, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. The biggest one was we are playing in San Francisco club. We played a lot. Lou's Pier 47. We played there for 20 years every weekend. Not every week, excuse me, once a month. And this guy came in all dressed up, real fancy pants and everything. And he goes, he knew who I was and everything. I'm pretty shy, so I'm not a boisterous kind of guy out in the crowd or anything. And he came up to me and he goes, I want to sign you with Sony Records. He says, I'm the A&R guy for the San Francisco Bay Area. And we're looking for a band like you. Well, 2 weeks later, he got fired.
So there it go. It went away, right?
Yeah, and then well, many many years ago, I went down to Van Morrison sent me to Warner Brothers, and I had a meeting with Ted Templeton, and we had a demo that Van helped me pay for. This was many years ago, because we did a little tour with him, and so I go into this. I'm a little this kid out of Oakland, man. I was kind of raw, and going into Warner Brothers with all the gold records and everything, walking in this huge room with Ted Templeton. He goes, "This music hasn't moved me as much as Bobby Bland's music has." He goes, "You guys are great, but what I need, Ernie, is I need a single. I need a single." Because we really are looking at singles now. We don't want to do album. We're looking at a single to start the album, and we just didn't have the single that he needed and he wanted. So then I went to William Morris. Van sent me to William Morris, to the William Morris Agency, and I've had a lot of uh, near misses.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you had a very close relationship with Van. Tell me about that a little bit.
Well, we played this many years ago. We played at the Lion's Share in San Anselmo, which was a kind of a it was a hot club back in the day. I mean, it was really hot. And I brought my band in there, and I think I had an 8-piece band with the three horns. It was a big band, and we're just flat out blues. I mean, we're doing straight blues with the horns, but real good boogie woogie stuff and real solid. So the first night we played there, this guy that looked like he was from England, with the big hair and everything, came up to me and he says, "You guys are great. I really love your band," because we were total roots. It was all
Hmm.
roots and great musicians because we rehearsed all the time. We rehearsed like 3 or 4 days a week. We rehearse and then go out and play because we were trying to make it. We were trying to really get better,
Yep.
and we did. Of course, we have a good reputation of being tight, and I love that, and I'm a stickler for the band being tight. And so he goes, "I'm going to bring in somebody. You guys are playing here tomorrow night, right?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm playing here tomorrow." He goes, "I'm going to bring somebody in tomorrow. You got to meet." And I go, "Okay." And so he, we play, and there's this guy that comes up to me and he goes, "Hi, I'm Van Morrison." I go, "Geez," I said, "Man, I respect you." And that's right when that Moondance album came out.
He wrote a
That's
song about San Anselmo. on his
Yeah,
God Knows the Highway album. I
yeah, yeah,
remember.
yeah. And so he goes, he says, I'm gonna, and then his manager called me the next week and said, we're gonna put you on, you're gonna be on Van's rider for California. So he had a few dates in California he was playing. So we were on the rider. So, if he played California, we were the band that was going to open for him. So,
Well,
and
he
you
he
know,
he
and
lived here in Cambridge for a little while, and then he lived out there.
yeah, he lived in. I went to his house. He lived in Fairfax, up in. I went to his house, and my friend of mine and I, we hung out there for a little bit, and it was a very amicable relationship, very great. And then I didn't really see him again till my buddy was playing with Sam Butera and the Witnesses, and I saw him. I didn't see him, but I remembered I owed him $150 from years ago, and I never paid him because I didn't have the money back then. So I wrote a check for $150, and he was playing in San Francisco, and Sam Butero, the sax player, the former sax player with Louis Prima, right? And
Yeah.
my friend played with him. My friend was a trumpet player with the Sam Butero band, and he also played with me. And then after he went to Vegas and started playing with him, but anyway, so I made sure that he got the check, so I paid him off, after all these years.
What did he say when you handed him the check?
I didn't see
Oh,
him. You can't get close to him,
yeah.
he's got like people here, and it's a big thing to get in there. I didn't ask. I didn't want to. I didn't. I just wanted to pay him off. I felt good about that.
That's good.
I haven't
So,
seen him. I haven't seen him since, or you know,
so you have two new songs.
yeah.
How about a new record? You gonna have a new record come out at all?
Well, we're waiting. We're waiting for. We have the files. Waiting for the files from the Umbria Jazz Festival, but we still haven't received them. And so maybe after Montone, I'm not sure. I want to do something live because our live stuff's been really hot with the 8-piece band with the organ, and it's awesome. I mean, I love it. And so as far as I would really like to capture what's going on right now with the band because I think it's exciting. And but as far as writing originals and all that stuff and going down that road, we haven't really been writing much at all. Uh, we've been gigging, and I'm trying to put the good spin on all the material to make it always different. When we go out, we're not playing the same set all the time, and trying to be creative with that. And uh, we're waiting for the files. We haven't received them. We were hoping they okayed it for us to receive the files, and that's the files of all of our performances that we can mix and master. But it hasn't come to fruition at this point.
So the festival soundboard files, basically, correct?
Yes, yes, it's Italian time,
Yeah.
It's in Italia. It's different, It's not like the states. Okay, let's get it. Let's get it to them. We can get it to them someday. Don't worry.
So once you get them, you're gonna try to put together a live album. I take
Yeah,
it.
we want to. There's some wonderful stuff on that. I mean, wonderful stuff on the Umbria, So we just played that, the Piazza Novembre, and that's like, it's at least 4,000 people, and then the smaller stage was close to 2,000. So, we did. We were scheduled to do 14 shows in 10 days, but we only did 13 because we had a rain out. So, but when we play Montone, we're headlining their festival. They have a festival that is only going to be 3 days, and we will play every night. Headline and playing every night that at night. So
So when's that?
that's going to be in July. That is after. It's the 17th, 18th, and 19th of July, after the Umbria Jazz Festival. We still don't know if we're playing the Umbria Jazz Festival again. The main guy uh, I got off the stage, and this the agent that booked us came up to me and goes, "I want you to meet somebody." And it was Carlo Pagnotta, and I speak Italian. I'm Italian, so and so he says, "You'll be back." He pointed at my shoulder, says, "You'll be back." So, but we haven't heard we're going to come back, but we'll probably go back. I mean, but it's a very prestigious gig, that Umbria Jazz Festival. I mean, who's who in the jazz is playing there, and we're just fortunate that we're the kind of music we play is blues, big band blues and our original stuff. So that's really cool.
So is that
Yeah.
the only international festivals you've played, or have you played any others?
No, basically Italy. Yeah, we haven't. We're basically out of the Bay Area, San Francisco. And we've gone to Memphis. We
Yeah,
haven't.
let's
Yeah,
talk about Memphis. You competed, right, in the IBCs.
yeah. We were in the IBCs, and I guess it was, God, was it 2018 or 2017? Yeah, we went there, and we played on the street there, and I mean, in the club there. That's the same club Bobby Blue Bland played at. I loved it, to stand on the same stage that he played. But we kicked ass, and we got into the finals. And I guess I shouldn't complain, but I don't know if the sound people had a style. The stage sound was incredible, but the sound out front, I don't know if it was worked out well. And we didn't have a sound person with us. We didn't bring anybody in. We just had the band. But anyway, we were in
So,
the finals. We were in the top 10. I don't think we were somewhere in the top 5 for
so
sure.
what was Memphis like? I've been there, but I want you to tell me what it was like.
Cold. It was cold. The rendezvous is great. The ribs were cool. We took pictures with all the cooks at the rendezvous, and we're working. You try to get some rest, and we'd go out to a few clubs and look around, but mostly we didn't stay right in Memphis the way it was scheduled, and we had to drive a little bit to get there. So it's just like Italy. You play at these places. It's not like you're going to go out and drink and party all night. You got to be rested, especially me and everybody. If you play an instrument, you sing, you have to be rested. You have to eat well.
Yep.
You can't drink too much. I mean, they say, "Oh, did you party a lot in Italy?" No, I didn't party. I went to sleep. I woke up and played and came back and went to sleep and ate. And then, if if you're focused on your talent, you can't be out partying.
Yeah, I
I don't.
know.
You can't do it. You can't do it. You'll die. Especially being in charge of everything. It's me being a band leader. There's extra responsibility, and you want to keep everybody. I'm not saying keep them in line, but I have parameters where I feel I expect everybody to be a certain way after all these years. You have to dress a certain way, you have to look a certain way, you have to be cognizant of what you're doing, you have to know your parts, and you have to realize that there's dynamics in every song, and you have to pay attention. And
Yep.
and, and I'm a egalitarian though. I don't like the fact Ernie Pinata and the Delta Wires. I never really like that, and it comes up sometimes when we're doing these promotional things and people are talking to me and all that stuff. Yes, it's me. Yes, it's me. Yes, but
It's the
I
Delta Wires, is what you
it's the
want to.
band. It's
Yep.
the band. The band is the most important thing, not me. It's the people that are in the
The
band
band. Yep.
who are part of the band, and that's the old mentality I have from all the bands that I grew up seeing
Well,
in San Francisco and Oakland and back in the day. We were always a band. There was
yep.
this Tower of Power, and that's Emilio Castillo. He's the leader of the band, but the band's name is Tower of Power.
Yep.
And
Well, same as with Fleetwood Mac. Peter Green didn't like his name in front of Fleetwood Mac, and that's all they did was say Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac. He didn't like
yeah, I don't like it either.
that. But it's the Delta Wires. So
Yeah.
tell me where you see the Delta Wires in the next few years, where you want them to go.
Well, we're going to continue to probably, focus on getting another album out or do something else musically. Um, just continue to gig. We're fortunate. People are asking us to play places where we begged to play years ago, and so I think we're getting more notoriety, and we're more known than we've ever been in the whole history of me having this band, and Tom and I and all the guys in the band. I mean, you ask anybody in the Bay Area, who do you know of Delta Wires? Well, yeah, I heard of them. So that worked.
Oh yeah, well people across the country know who you guys are too.
And Memphis, yeah. Also, Chicago, uh, because I was in Chicago. I got inducted into the California Blues Hall of Fame at Buddy Guy's in Chicago, and in 2013, the band got inducted to the California Blues Hall of Fame in 2012, and then I was inducted into the California Blues Hall of Fame at Buddy Guy's, and I played a song with Buddy Guy's drummer and Ray Guy, and I can't remember the other. It's oh gosh, the guitar player's a real famous guitar player. Played with me too. I sat it on a song at Buddy Guy's, and so it's people in Chicago know of the band, know the name, and L.A., Seattle, and especially Reno. A lot of people know who we are up there. And San Francisco, of course, Sacramento. We represented the Sacramento Blues Society when we went to Memphis. So they had a whole group of their people that were with us up there, like a big entourage.
That's good.
Yeah.
How about outside of California and Chicago? Any other places you've been playing at all?
No, we just pretty local, pretty local. It's seven pieces. I mean, I
Yep,
know there's guys that have four-piece bands. They can fucking go everywhere. They get in a van and go. I can't do that. I mean,
yep,
I need. Okay, so case in point, we played in Europe. I need 8 flights. I need rooms. I need transportation.
yep. It's a lot of
I
money.
need I need food. It's expensive. And
Yep,
if we go somewhere, I'm not going to cheap the guys out. I'm going to make sure that they're taken care of.
yep,
So we have some opportunities. We've been working on getting up to Seattle and stuff like that, but I don't know. We just keep doing it. I mean, yeah, maybe our fortune will change in some ways, but for me, I don't want to. You
the,
can't just get in a van and go with 8 guys or seven
yep,
guys. You can't.
yep,
You can't do it. You need two vans. You need a driver. You need a manager. You need a stage manager. You need.
yep, yep,
I don't have that kind of resources, and we don't have a record contract. It's our Mudslide Records is Tom and I's. We made up a name
yep,
and made up a record company because so we could have we were all set up for somebody to go, okay, okay, we could take this over. That was our thought. We have all of our shit together. We have the music together. We have the band together. We have the name of the band. We have the name of the company. And then hopefully some big shot would go, okay, we'll just grab onto this and run with it. But that's pretty much a pipe dream. But that was our objective.
yep. So how do people find out about you? You have website?
Oh yeah, deltawires.com. One website where we have a Facebook page, Delta Wires. We have our website, Delta Wires. I think we're trying to. I think we're on Instagram too somewhere, and then well, we're I hate we're local. We're from San Francisco. I mean, we're from the Bay Area.
Yep.
We won't play Oakland anymore. I won't. And I'm close to Oakland. I'm not even 2 miles from Oakland, and I will not play in Oakland anymore. because every time somebody, even one of the trumpet player, uh, he played. He did some rehearsals in Oakland. He says every time he went there, his car got broken into. So,
There you go. That's not good.
and that was my home. I mean, Jesus, Luigi and Ida, and in that Italian neighborhood. I spent so much time there when I was a kid. Fuck, but it's all gone, man. It's like probably places back east,
Yep.
I look at Bensonhurst, right? I remember
Yep.
Bensonhurst was. I always thought, and New Jersey, and it all changes, right?
Yep. It does.
Yeah.
Well, Ernie, I want to say thank you. We spent about a half hour together, and I'm very happy to talk to you again about the Delta Wires.
Oh, God bless you, man.
And keep it up. Keep up the good work. And I'm looking forward to hearing that live album when you get it from the
Well,
Umbria Jazz Festival.
we'll get it to you as soon as we can.
I really appreciate it.
Okay, bro.
Thank you. Have a
God
great day.
God bless you.
Same to you.
Ciao.
Bye bye.